Simply because we have created a flowchart, it is no guarantee that the flowchart is working perfectly. So after we have created a flowchart or we have created a computer program, it is really necessary to test the program to make sure that it is working correctly. So in this case, we are going to test the Raptor flowchart for computing change with the test data that we have already set up. We have 6 specific pieces of data that we need to input and see whether the expected output is going to show up. So we go to the Raptor flowchart and click on the Run button here, and as you can see, it is asking us to enter the amount. The first test data that we are going to feed in is 75. We click OK, and let's see what the output is going to be. It is coming out as 3/4, which is as expected. So we go back and run this again. Now we test it with 28. Click OK. And you can see that it is saying 1/4 and 3 pennies, which is reasonably satisfactory, except that it says 1/4, which could have been avoided if we had taken care. We might have wanted it to display 1/4, but we are not going to do much more about that. We can add a decision box to test whether the number is 1. If so, we can display quarter. Otherwise, we can display quarters. But we are not going to do anything about it at this point. We will run this again with the next test data, which is 124. The output shows up as 4/4, 2 dimes, and 4 pennies, which is correct. So run this again. The next input that we are going to give is 1527. And the output is 61/4 and 2 pennies. That is also correct. The next test data is 0. Obviously, all the coins should be 0, so there should not be any output at all. Yes, you can see that between these two lines here, there is no line output by the flowchart, so the answer is correct. And here is our last test data, which is 67. Which says 2/4, 1 dimes, 1 nickels, and 2 pennies. As you can see, again it is saying 1 dimes. We might have wanted it to display 1 dime, except for that it is computing things correctly.